I had about COVID 2 days after we got home, but I didn't. Because we ran into people we finished the trip at the French Open in Paris, and we met some friends from Glen Eagle. And they were all sick. And they were hugging them. After tennis match. I didn't. And lo and behold,
he got sick.
thank you for going all the way there and seeing people you know so you can catch COVID.
It's definitely random at best.
Yeah.
So it's I know I wonder if my husband got it, but
It's so hard to tell. My husband only had some aches and he was tired,
Uh-huh.
achy, and had a little bit of a cough. That was it.
Mhm.
But my daughter and her sisters were, you go get tested. So, and I refused to spend $20 on a test after we did theirs for free. So we went to the urgent care, and lo and behold.
We're gonna, speaking of shoulders, we'll open the shoulders up a little bit.
That's me.
Yeah. There's a pose called cow face. We won't do the legs, but the arms are where you reach one arm up and you rotate. So see, watch my shoulder with this. If I start here and I rotate the thumb down and then sweep behind and up, it's completely different than if I'm just doing this. So that mindful rotation, elbow crease toward the floor, shoulder comes forward, then sweep it behind, reaching it up the middle of the back, and then that's why the strap, because then, I mean, even I can't get my fingers to touch, so we'll work on that stretch a little bit to open up the shoulders, yeah. So yeah, all good over in the UK. Also see some
Good weather.
yeah, we had good weather. Well, I think June is really, I think June is the best time to travel over there. Because now they're having this, you know,
A big heat wave and heat waves and
yeah,
lots of crowds.
lights off, okay?
Yeah.
So this class is structured now as a 45-minute class. Vinyasa flow. So we'll do a little bit of warm up, but then try and get us moving into a flow within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the class. So do what you can, you know, modify as you need to, take a child's pose when you need to. I've been talking a lot since getting back about like how we hold ourselves and using the phrase, I hold myself, and then fill it in sweetly or gently, kindly. And we're so much harder on ourselves than we need to be. And just as a way to get out of our own head and to use whatever affirmation or, you know, that intention, really try and use it throughout your whole practice and maybe make it something that then you can carry through your day, where you can remind yourself of it. So, and as we move into this summer season, it's good to do some more cooling practices. So child's pose is actually a really good pose for that. I really like supported child's pose, where you place a block under the belly and then place a block under the forehead. And or at home you can do it with bolsters or blankets. Oh yeah, grab a couple blocks. Yeah. Do you like it? Are they good?
Okay.
Another really nice cooling practice is something called the Shatali breath, where, and some people can't do this, roll the edges of your tongue in. So you spiral
Enjoy it.
Can everybody do that?
Mhm.
No?
Never been able to.
It's interesting. And then like my kids can both make that clover tongue. It's amazing. Like it looks like a clover flower. Not, it's like 1 in every 100 people or something. It's really wild.
Wow.
Both of them can do it. So for you then, just hold your tongue out and then inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the nose. But if you can roll the sides in, and then exhale through the nose. And it just, you feel that cooling sensation. It's really nice. So if you find yourself overheating at all during the day, just where the heat just feels too much, 5 breaths, and it really helps to cool the system down. So just find a comfortable seat, close the eyes for a few breaths to come to your mat. And let's take 3 cleansing breaths. So inhale through your nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. One more. Settle into your natural breath. Observe your natural breath. Scan the body. Just notice how you're coming to your mat today, how you're meeting yourself here. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming. Moving aside any expectations that you're placing on yourself for your practice today. Just come to this present moment and invite in gratitude. Last week was the summer solstice, the full moon, International Yoga Day. So thank yourself for making this a part of your life, these ancient teachings. Extending some reverence toward the sun, the earth. Both are the 2 reasons why we are able to be here on the earth. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, setting that intention. I hold myself, and fill in the blank. Whatever you choose, recite it to yourself 3 times silently, sealing it. And then we'll Om together. Take an inhale and exhale it out. Flickering the eyes open. And let's actually start in child's pose today, and let's do that supported child's pose. So taking the knees a little bit wider, bringing the toes together. See if you can bring your knees maybe as wide as your mat, and then take one block, position it where the belly is going to fall. The other block under the forehead, sit back on your heels. Reposition as you need to. Just really allow yourself to feel the support of those blocks. So you can soften the shoulders, elbows pointing out to the side, softening the arms. So really find where those blocks are going to be most comfortable. And 10 breaths here. So each breath is an invitation to feel the rib cage fill up, to feel the lungs expand to feel the breath, maybe moving up, down, side to side, front to back. The what?
Arms out like straight.
Just soft.
Soften.
Yeah, soften. So really not making this with any effort, but feeling the surrender of it and the richness of the breath. Maybe inviting in the Ujjayi breath, which is inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, but then finding that constriction in the back of your throat on the exhale. So if you're having trouble knowing for sure if you're doing it, a good way is to make the ha sound out of your mouth on one of the breaths, and then make that same sound but with the lips closed. So as you exhale that ha, you feel the back of the throat constricting. So then the next time with the lips closed, finding a rhythm with that where you're able to hear your own breath. And when you can hear your own breath, it becomes really powerful because it's inviting you to listen more inside. So one more inhale and exhale here with the blocks, and then inhale to lift up halfway. Move the blocks toward the front of your mat. And then let's make a more active child's pose. So now actually grab those blocks and place them under your hands. So your arms are reaching out as long as they can. Your head then drops in between the arms. So feeling an active stretch in the shoulders and breathing here. And if you're looking to deepen this, then you would drop your chest toward the mat. Maybe forehead and chest resting on the mat and feeling that a little deeper in the shoulders. But just go to obviously no pain. An active stretch for our arms, still feeling the breath in the back, opening up the low back, middle back. And one more inhale and exhale. And then inhale, lifting up to tabletop and sitting back on your heels. If that's not comfortable for the knees, go ahead and place a block under, and then we'll take those, place a block under the seat if it's not comfortable. And then grab that strap. Take the strap in the right hand. And then lift that right hand, that right arm up by the ear, and just bring it, the strap behind your head. And then take your left arm, and that rotation, thumb rotates to the floor. Now sweep that arm back, reach for the strap. So dropping it down. Now you're mirroring me now. I'm gonna do the other way. So your right elbow reaches up to the sky, and then you reach your hands, wrap them around the strap to pull the strap in opposite direction. And try now to, so you're gonna bend that elbow, bend that hand down, reach it, yes. And that right elbow reaching up to the sky. There you go. And then work your hands, yeah, but try and then release this hand. And then wrap it that way so that you can now work your hand down toward here. See if you can work your hand, release this hand. There you go.
Trying to get your hands close.
Yeah, try and get your hands as close together as you can. And now gently start to circle your right shoulder around one direction several times. So just make some mini circles. So try and put this hand over here. Can you work this hand down? Yeah, there you go. You can keep going probably. You probably have more. Yeah, same one here. And then just make some mini circles. Yeah. So all the while, so and then reverse the direction of the circle. And just feel those fibers getting into that shoulder. You want to still try and get that elbow up toward the sky. So see if now you can work your hands a little closer together. Maybe the fingertips touch. And then release. And just fingertips to shoulders. Work that side out, just loosen it up a little bit. Other direction. And then other side. So strap comes in the left hand and then reach it up so that you've just got it resting and the strap falling down the back. Turn that right thumb to the earth. Sweep it back and behind you. So you make contact and holding the strap where you can work the hands toward one another. That left elbow reaching up to the sky. So you can probably bring that down. This side, there's always one side, yep. Put it down just a smidge more. See if this one can come up just a little bit more in your hand. Okay, that's the other side. And now once you get to that spot where you are mildly comfortable, I think you just put this side. Other side. Yep. So. And start making those circles with the left shoulder now. So little mini circles to just get into this left shoulder, maybe opening up some space. You're going to reverse that circle at some point. Just the shoulder. This one. How's that feel?
It's good.
Discomfort?
Discomfort.
Okay. So take it slow. And maybe now try and work the fingers toward each other. See if you opened up a little bit more space to do that. So ideally, they're going to meet at some point. It might take a year, 2 years, and release. And then again, just roll them out. Maybe make a couple big circles. And then we'll find a wide-armed tabletop. So come to your hands and knees, move the blocks off the mat, and then so once you get here where the hands are under your shoulders, then move the hands out so that you're probably, the hands are going to be on the floor on either side of your mat. So move them out a little bit wider, Julie, yeah. And then dropping the right shoulder down while you bend the left elbow to a 90-degree angle and look your gaze to your left elbow. And then come through center, drop left shoulder down, bending that right elbow to 90 degrees and turning your gaze. Inhale through center and move with your breath. And the wider you can make those arms, there you go. So getting into the shoulder here. So make sure that you're feeling that stretch in the scapula. Breathing in on the lifting up, exhaling as you drop the shoulder down. And then also keep engaged in your belly. So as you move through center, feel that engagement in the belly. One more time, each side. And then come to center, come back to tabletop, sitting on the knees. Again, grab your strap and then come up on your knees. And place your strap in your palms. Let it just drape across and your elbows hugging into your side body. And then wrap your hands around and pull the strap in opposite directions. And breathe in. And then exhale, lower chin to chest. Keep that tension with the strap as we move our neck. Inhale back to center. Inhale, look over to the right. Inhale to center, look to your left. Inhale through center, drop chin to chest. Keep that tension, keep pulling the strap in opposite directions. Inhale back up. Inhale, looking to the right. Inhale to center, look to the left. Come to center, chin to chest. And release. And now bring the strap behind your back. Same thing, let it drape over your palms, then wrap the hands around, extend the arms, try and pull that strap in opposite directions so you feel that tension. And same thing, inhale, exhale, drop chin to chest. Come back, look up, and then look to your left. Inhale through center, keep pulling the strap in opposite directions so you feel that tension, looking to the right. Exhale, chin to chest. Gaze looks up. Look to your left. To center. Inhale to the right. Maybe feeling some tingling. Chin to chest. And look. That feel good. And then fingertips to shoulders again. So find that 90 degrees. And then draw the elbows in towards you, making those big circles again. Really feeling that full rotation of the shoulders and opposite direction. Oh, yes. Got some Rice Krispies in mine. All right, and then coming to tabletop, let's find downward facing dog. So Gail, if it hurts the shoulder, I would recommend putting blocks under your hands, and then that way you're shortening your downward dog a little bit. So everybody find their downward dog. And just make some organic movements here for this first one. So maybe bending one knee and then the other. If you want to float forward to plank And then exhale back into downward dog. Just stretch it out.
And then find stillness, and we'll hold for 5 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out 1. Breathe in, breathe out 2. Head is soft in between the arms, so that you feel a release in the neck, in the cervical spine. We just read recently that our throat chakra is activated in downward facing dog. So we need the throat to be free of constriction in order to connect with that energy center. So next breath, really feel the breath activating the throat chakra. 1 more inhale. And exhale, lift your gaze, look between your hands and walk your feet up to the top of your mat. And lift up, come to a flat back, so fingertips to shins. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, engage in the navel, draw it toward the spine. Finding this flat back where there's no rounding in the spine, but you feel length from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. And then lift those arms. So you're forming a T. The fingertips are reaching opposite walls. You feel that freedom in the shoulders. Then bend the knees. Lift the upper body. Lift to stand. Arms float overhead. And then dive down into your forward fold, Uttanasana. And we'll hold Uttanasana for 10 breaths. So if the palms or fingertips aren't reaching the floor naturally, bring a block underneath your hands. So we want to try and, so I know there's a couple theories. I sort of subscribe to the one where Uttanasana is about opening up the hamstrings. So I like to bring the floor up to meet us and straighten the legs. So try and straighten the legs here. So everybody come back up for a moment. Lift back to stand. And I want you to imagine that there's a fence in front of you. And that when you fold forward, you want to get the belly over that fence edge. So you're going to lead with the heart, draw the navel in, move toward the balls of your feet instead of pushing your tailbone back, and then fold with length. You feel any difference? Yeah. And then the head hangs. So again, looking to try and find a deeper stretch in the legs and the hamstrings. So bring the floor to you if you feel like you have to bend your knees. And breathe. 5 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Feel the weight distribute more to the balls of the feet, almost like you're feeling like you're going to fall forward, but you're not. So it gets the tailbone out of this pose. 1 more inhale. And exhale. And then lift up, lift the head up just to a half lift and separate the feet. We're going to come into Balasana pose, squat. So you want to turn your toes out. As you bend your knees, they're moving in the direction of your toes, and then try and drop your seat down to the floor. Lift your chest. Elbows come in between the knees, palms together, pressing together actively. You can also support your seat with a block to help you find a tall spine here. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, Breathe out so you can actively press into your feet. Feel the chest lifting up and your root, the root of your seat drawing toward the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gaze stays fixed on the spot in front of you that's not moving. Invite in your intention you set. One more breath in. And out, and then coming all the way down to your seat, bringing your knees into your chest, wrapping the left arm in front of the knees, take your right hand behind. 5 breaths here in TP twist. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Wrap the right arm in front of the knees. Take the left hand behind you, twisting to the left. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Coming to center, take the legs out in front of you, draw right knee into the chest, step it over the leg, right hand comes behind. Inhale, reach up, and exhale into the twist. Breathe in 1. Exhale. Breathe in 2. Breathe out. Breathe in 3. Breathe out. Try and press into the toe ball mound of that right foot to help anchor you in this pose. 1 more breath in and out. And then release that leg. Draw the left knee into the chest, step it over. Right arm lifting up and come into your twist on the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Release that leg. Hands come behind you, feet where the knees were, coming into reverse tabletop. So lift the seat, draw the seat towards your heels, and then scoop up, sweep up, bring the hips up. So we're finding the same tabletop as when we're hands and knees, just reverse. So arms fully extend. Head can look up to the ceiling. Your chin can be to your chest. Or you might open fully and drop that head back. Try lifting the hips. Beautiful. You can do on right behind you. Keep breathing. Okay. You can do, nope, you can do hands out to the side. There you go. And lower down. And then cross at the ankles, roll forward, come to traditional tabletop, and inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Keep cat pose, tuck your toes under, push your seat to your heels. Lift up to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up to 3-legged dog. Hug that knee into the chest, step it forward. Inhale, lifting up to a high lunge.
So on the ball of that left foot, root down through your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, hand down to the mat, step back to plank, lower knees, and then the upper body, hug those elbows in. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Draw that knee into the chest, step that left foot forward. Inhale, rising to high lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next exhale, we'll take the hands down to the mat for a vinyasa. Step back to plank. Lower your knees. Hug the elbows in, lowering the body to the mat. Keep drawing the shoulders away from the ears as you rise to cobra. And exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under, push your seat to your heels, coming into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up again, three-legged dog. Draw knee in, step that right foot forward. We lift up again to high lunge. Adding on here, drop that left knee down. Finding Anjaneyasana, deepening that bend in the right knee. Bring your hands, interlace them behind your head. Open the elbows, open the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And then exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck your left toes under. Step back to plank. Lower knees, upper body. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, push your seat to your heels. Come into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Hug knee into the chest and step that left foot forward. Lift up to a high lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next exhale, we drop the right knee down. Anjaneyasana, deepening maybe the stretch by bending into that left knee, interlacing the hands behind the head. Draw elbows back, open across the chest. Full breath in and out. One more inhale, exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck right toes under, step back to plank, optional vinyasa. And if you want to add chaturanga here, and then into upward facing dog, or skip it and go right into downward dog. We're all meeting in downward dog. Full breath in and out. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog again. Draw that right foot forward. Lift up to a high lunge. Adding on, open to warrior two. Hips open to the TV wall. Warrior two, sinking in. Full breath in and out. Extended side angle, bringing that right arm to the right thigh, drawing that left arm by the ear. Bring the fingers together. Press into that right arm so that you're not dumping weight into the shoulder. One more breath in and out. Inhale back to warrior two, and then spiral yourself to low lunge, dropping left knee down. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Deepening it as an option. This time, interlace your hands behind the back. Knuckles drawing toward the earth, chest opening. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms back up by the ears. And then down, optional vinyasa, chaturanga or the knees. And then lower cobra or upward dog. And we find ourselves in downward dog.
Full breath in. And out. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Hug the knee into the chest to then step it forward. Find your balance and stability. Rise to high lunge. Open to warrior two. Settle in with a few breaths here. Make adjustments as you need to. Full breath in. And out. Another breath in. And out. Next inhale, come into extended side angle. Maybe that left knee deepens just a little bit. Feel that lengthening from the right foot out through the right arm. So that right arm is really active. It's reaching toward the mirrors. And then inhale back to warrior two and spiral down to low lunge, dropping that right knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Maybe deepen into that left knee a little bit, getting a deeper stretch for this quad muscle, our psoas muscle. One more breath in. And out. Inhale, arms up by the ears, and then take them down, stepping back to plank, optional vinyasa. So either go right to downward dog or chaturanga, or lowering to the belly. If you lower to the belly, take cobra. From chaturanga, upward facing dog, and we all meet in downward dog. Lift your gaze to look between your hands and either walk your feet up or a light hop forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms overhead. Palms touch. Hands to heart center. Tadasana. And just take a few breaths here to reset. To feel your breath. Feel that prana, the energy that's moving in the body as you root down through the feet. One more breath in and out. Inhale, sweeping the arms overhead. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, lift up, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to plank, and then lower to your knees. Sit back, child's pose, with the arms extended out in front of you. Full breath in and out. And then slowly rounding the spine as you bring the hands back by your knees, rounding up to sitting on your heels. Rock off onto your hips and swing your legs around to make your way onto your back and transitioning right into rolling bridges. Bringing the heels toward your sits bones where you can just about graze the backs of your heels with your longest finger. And then on your inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up. Float the arms overhead. And exhale, lower the arms. When you get halfway, lower the arms with the back. Inhale to lift up into bridge, floating the arms overhead. And then exhale, lowering arms and back. Inhale to rise. Coming into your bridge, adding the arms, exhale to lower. So 5 more at your own pace. Feel that engagement in your glutes and in your back muscles as you lift up and as you press into the feet. And see where you are today. If you want a little extra challenge, really lifting the hips just a little bit higher with each round. Engage, feel that engagement in the thigh muscles. The extension in the spine. So one more. And come onto the back. Draw your right knee in toward the chest. Turn it out to the side, making a figure 4, resting that ankle on the left thigh. Coming into a twist here, a figure 4 twist. So we're going to drop this right foot down to the left side, to the floor. And then just roll that left thigh down, that left knee down to the floor. The sole of your right foot is pressing into the earth. Wrap your left fingers around the ankle to help keep it in place, and then take your right arm out to the side. Straight out from the shoulder. Option to turn your head to look out over your right arm, or just keep your gaze facing up to the sky. Pressing into the sole of your right foot to really feel the engagement in your IT band, maybe in your SI. Also a gentle twist for our abdominal muscles, the whole abdominal area, breathing in and breathing out. Matching your inhales with your exhales. One more inhale and exhale. Coming back to center. Release that right foot. Draw the left knee into your chest and then turn it out. Make a figure 4 on this side. Dropping that left foot down to the floor. Letting the right thigh and knee fall to the earth. Take that left arm out to the side. And then here, pressing into your left foot. And feel all those sensations with the left IT band, the hip flexor. If you actively push that right knee toward the earth a little bit, notice what sensations you feel when you do that. And breathing into the abdominal region, massaging those organs. One more breath in and out. Inhale the knees back to center, releasing that left foot. Heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. Drop the knees to your right. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop the knees down to the left. Inhale through center. One more time each side. And then hugging the knees into your chest. Lift your forehead up to your knees. Breathe into the back of the neck, giving yourself a little love here. Closing the eyes or softening the gaze. And come back to breathing beneath the layer of your skin. One more, a little tighter squeeze, tighter squeeze. And then release down. Either taking constructive rest where you bring your feet as wide as your mat and then let your thighs and knees fall together. Hands can maybe rest on the belly, or extending the legs out long to find corpse pose. Arms can stay on the belly or drop down to the floor. And adjust as you need to
to come into this rest pose. Either following your natural breath, or if you need to inhale more deeply and sigh it out to allow yourself to release and let go. Sharing a beautiful quote from the Buddhist teacher Pema Chodron. The Navajo teach their children that every morning when the sun comes up, it's a brand new sun. It's born each morning, it lives for the duration of one day, and in the evening it passes on, never to reborn again or return again. As soon as the children are old enough to understand, the adults take them out at dawn and they say, the sun has only one day. You must live this day in a good way so that the sun won't have wasted precious time. Acknowledging the preciousness of each day is a good way to live, a good way to reconnect with our basic joy. So in this shift of seasons, a time to extend gratitude toward the sun and the earth. Thanking the sun for all its gifts, how it continues to nourish us with light, with warmth. Breathing in that gratitude for these elements that are greater than ourselves. Allowing your muscles to soften here, to release any habitual tension. Scanning the body and noticing where you're holding, gripping. And extend your breath to that body part, giving it permission to ungrip and soften. And then begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, circle wrists and ankles. Take a long stretch if that feels good. And then hug the knees in toward your chest. Rolling to the right side. Take a couple breaths there to reawaken, re-enliven. Leaning the chest toward the earth, pressing into your left hand, and then the right arm helps to protect the back. To teach you how to do that. When you come up that way, it potentially puts extra pressure on the neck and the low back. Yeah, I'll show you. Hands to heart center. Soft bow of the head toward your heart. Thank yourself for being here. I thank you for being here.
Lifting our thumbs up to that space between the eyebrows, the light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. And let's seal the practice with Om. Inhale. Om. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
To everyone for indulging my shoulders.
Aw.
Yeah, wonderful.
Good. Sorry, I ran over, so I'm anxious to go.
But yeah, so when you're on the right side, like this, here, then just lean the chest toward the earth. And then press into that left hand and overlay. See, kind of the way back up.
And then circle yourself around so that you're not
Working your little back or whatever. Yeah, and then you come and roll up like that.
Yeah, yeah. And you were just in this, relaxed state. So it's a more gentle way to come back.